We're going to turn next to the next item in the heat index, a warning for beachgoers as we head into the weekend. We were a little surprised to find out what was actually in the sand. ABC's Becky Worley putting it to the test.
No. Sharks, riptides, you're staying on the beach, but vigilance may be needed here in the sand too.
Sand is sort of a moist environment, so bacteria can thrive there.
While most attention goes to water quality, a new study from the University of Hawaii shows that certain bacteria in sand can live much longer than bacteria in the water, and an older study links playing in the sand to getting sick.
If you swim in water with high levels of Enterococcus from wastewater treatment plants and urban runoff, you're more likely to get sick.
Do you ever think about how dirty the sand is?
No.
Did she ever eat the sand?
Yes, she does. I can hear it crunching.
We went to 3 popular California beaches and collected samples, then brought them to Stanford, where Dr. Bohm and her team analyzed them.
So what'd you find?
Well, we tested the 3 sand samples that you brought in, and we found different concentrations in all of them.
She found E. coli and Enterococcus bacteria. These are indicators of even more serious pathogens that can cause infections and GI issues.
Does the presence of this type of bacteria in the sand concern you at all?
When we find it in really high concentrations, it does concern me. Those were quite high, and I'm curious as to why.
If you were at that beach, how would you behave differently knowing what you know?
I definitely wouldn't let any of my kids eat the sand or play in it in any way.
Dr. Bohm says she found serious bacteria at 15% of beaches she sampled, like Staphylococcus and Salmonella, and she says it's a problem across the country.
It's not unusual. We find these bacteria in sand at beaches all over the country and all over the world.
While regulators haven't determined the levels of bacteria in sand that pose a health risk, there are steps you can take. Dr. Bohm says have kids play in wet sand. It's washed clean, while drier sand isn't. Stay away from sand exposed to storm drain runoff and creeks. And if you're going to have a picnic at the beach, don't take a vacation from hand hygiene. For Good Morning America, Becky Worley, ABC News, Santa Cruz, California.
Good advice, though.
It is good advice.
I'm cringing now thinking about how many times my children have been at the beach and take a handful of sand and put it in their mouth.
They're okay, though,
and I
right?
thought it was okay.
Builds resistance.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what a good parent would say, right?